Alright, good afternoon. Today is November the 8th, 2024. Got my 8-point that I shot here just a couple of days ago. Getting ready to bury the head. And we'll do another video here when we pull him out in several months. And you can see what he looks like then. But kind of a gnarly rack there. Lots of junk coming off of the main beams. Nice looking buck for my first buck of the year. Gonna do a do-it-yourself western skull with the bury it method. Okay, so you can see we got him buried. You do have to kind of be careful not to get too much dirt on the antlers. I've got some on here. I'm gonna take a toothbrush and kind of clean that off here before I finish. But it's kind of tricky because you can just see the hairs coming up through the dirt here. So you've got to have enough dirt to cover everything. Doesn't have to be packed down, just leave it on there nice and loose. Try not to get too much on the antlers, and then I'm gonna, like I said, I'm gonna brush that off, and I'm gonna cover his antlers up good with bags and trash bags, and then we will put a big plastic tote over it and put probably some tires on it or something to keep the critters out of it. Okay, so I've got a couple of just cheap garbage or grocery bags wrapped around the antlers, and then I got one trash bag just was able to stretch it around the antlers without it tearing. And then we're going to take this tote and we're going to just cover it up like that, and we'll put some weight on it so that, you know, raccoons and things like that can't just tip it over and dig up my head. And just like that, there you have it. Do-it-yourself western skull mount. So I have done this once before, and I'll take you in the barn here in just a second, and I will show you what they look like after you get them all cleaned up. So that's what they look like when they come out of the ground. Now I got a little aggressive with my power washer, and I took one of the nose bridges off there. I've got the piece. I could probably glue it back on, but you can kind of see some discoloration. Now this is the way it came out of the ground. I haven't done anything else to it other than rinse it off with a pressure washer. But anyway, there's that footage, and then the next footage you're gonna see is gonna fast forward about, I don't know, 8-9 months when we pull that one out of the ground that we just buried. So stick around, we'll see what he looks like when we pull him out. Well, good morning. It is October 25th, 2025. Man, time flies, doesn't it? I had to look back at my video footage, and it was November 8th, 24 that we put this deer head in the ground last year. So we're gonna pull it out of the ground. This thing was probably ready to come out of the ground months ago, but I have been really busy. I just forgot all about it. So I shot a 10-point last night with my bow, so kind of got me thinking again. I was like, oh man, that 8-point's still in the ground. So we're gonna pull it out of the ground. We're gonna get it hosed off, and we'll see how it turned out. Now, hopefully we haven't had any critters. It looks like we've got some ground sinkage here. So doesn't look like we've had any critters chewing on the antlers. We're gonna find out in a minute. Oh, that one looks okay. And that one looks okay. So, all right. Let's give it a little wiggle here. So it does look like in this one, like maybe our earth got, looks like it got uncovered a little bit. There's the two lower jaw bones. So it looks like we've got oh, look at that. There you go. That's what was left of the skull cap. So doesn't look like there's anything left of the brain. Just kind of give it a little shake here. Shake out what's stuck in there. Go hit it with hose. Last one of these I did with a pressure washer, and it actually damaged some of the fine bones in the nasal cavity there, so that's why I'm just using a garden hose this time. I find it absolutely incredible knowing the amount of work it takes when you do this by boiling it and, you know, all that stuff, and all the work that goes into cleaning one of these up, that you can simply just put this in the dirt and let nature do it for you if you're not in a hurry. Other than having to clean the dirt off of it, this thing is spotless. All the organic matter is gone. Now, one of those antlers is darker than the other, so I'm not quite sure what happened. Obviously, this one got wet somehow, and it looks like it's kind of darkened up on me, is where the other one's still got that nice white ivory color to it. But probably because I didn't do a good enough job, you know, wrapping the antler up. I've got lots of sets of antlers. This was kind of an experiment for me, so just to see if we can get another one of these to turn out good. There we go. It's not perfect by any means. I've got some dirt still up in there, and I think what I'll wind up doing is just a very light boil on this with some Dawn dish soap to remove any of the grease and the fat that kind of leaches out of the bone, but not too shabby and very minimal effort.